Hello and welcome to Scottish Football Matters with me, Lorenzo, and my good friend Murray.
Oh yeah.
Tonight we're going to discuss the aftermath of the Glasgow derby at the weekend at Ibrox, the 2-2 draw, the fallout from that, and we'll also have a look over the weekend's Premiership results. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad. Yesterday was full of drama as usual. uh,
Yep.
but I best place to start is Saturday. I suppose we'll go through the other games. Yeah, where do you want to start? Hearts Aberdeen.
Aye, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too much to this game. I mean, Braga took his goal well, I thought. Aberdeen didn't really offer much.
No. Poor.
Just yeah, I mean, they are what they are, though. I mean, they're a
Mm-hmm.
team who aren't playing well. Um, So to expect them to beat top of the league, it probably isn't really feasible at the moment.
Yep.
But it's just another game for Hearts, another win, and
That's it.
they they're certainly just going through them. I mean they've got 9 games left, and
Yeah.
right now they're strong favourites for the league.
Well, they're 8 points in front of us, so
Yep, but you've got a game in hand, so have Motherwell.
yeah,
But we'll see. We'll see what comes of that because obviously you need to win the games. But
that's right.
I think they deserve to win just about.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a game that lacked a lot of quality. Um, but fair play to Hearts again, as I said.
Yep.
If they win, 7 of the last 9 games, 1-0, they'll
Mm-hmm.
be champions.
Aye, they will be.
So,
It's
but
unfortunate for the likes
well,
of me at
you know what?
Celtic.
Uh, Right now, they are where they deserve to be. Um,
Oh,
uh,
they're definitely there on merit. They're
yep.
there on merit.
Next game, I think Livingston, St Mirren. I thought one each was about fair.
Mm-hmm.
St Mirren scored a good goal, nice header.
Yep. Wunderloo.
Wonderloo. And then that big boy that scored against Rangers scored again.
What was it? Is it Kabongolo or something? What's his name?
Kabongolo, yeah.
Uh,
Brooklyn Kabongolo. Good
Kabongolo.
name.
That's a
But
cracking name, isn't it?
yeah, and Livingston are showing the kind of form that they should have shown a few months ago when they maybe
Mm-hmm.
could have got out of trouble.
Yep.
But they just keep picking up draws, and draws aren't really enough at the moment. It's a shame because they've been very competitive in the last 3 or 4 games. But
That's right.
as I said, getting a point a game probably isn't enough right now.
No.
And it's not enough for St Mirren either, who, to me, actually look like they're going to be finishing 11th. Because I think Kelly, although they get smashed against Falkirk, Kilmarnock look more likely to win games, I think.
Yep.
But I suppose that brings us on to Kilmarnock. They get absolutely battered off Falkirk, and that's Falkirk guaranteed 6, really, isn't it? What are they, 12 points clear with
I think they are. Yep.
4 to
Good.
go, but Dundee United and Aberdeen have got 5 to go. So
Good result for Falkirk. A lot of good goals in the
yeah,
game as well.
yeah. I mean, no worldies, but just
No.
good goals.
Aye. That's right.
But
Um.
Falkirk are a really good team.
Aye. I thought
They
the
really
Kelly goal
are.
was a good one. Obviously, Kelly.
Yeah,
Kelly's goal was a
Kilty.
good one. Kelty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just thought Falkirk were just really efficient. They took almost most of their chances, didn't they? And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you've got to say though, I don't even think fifth's out of the question for Falkirk. I mean, they're
No.
only 4 points behind Hibs
That's right.
with 9 games to go. I wouldn't say that's. I mean, I think they've got to play Hibs twice, if I'm right. I mean, maybe just once, but just check actually that. No, it's just the once, but it'll be interesting though because I think Falkirk right now look better than Hibs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, on to Hibs, I suppose it's a good segue in it.
That is
What a game! What a game! Hibs against Dundee.
cracking game.
Um,
End to end. right to the end.
Yeah, I mean, Dundee will be a bit disappointed to throw away the 2-1 lead, but then they'll be delighted to get a point out of it because they score a 95th minute equaliser. So
Yeah,
it's a tricky one to sort of say, but I felt Dundee were the better team on what I've seen. And he scored a couple of good goals. I mean, Simon Murray doing Simon Murray things. You know what I mean? He scores
was
goals,
it?
doesn't
That was big deflection off the boy's
he? Yeah.
back.
I thought Congreve's goal was good at the
That
end,
was a really good goal, cracker. I liked that one.
and Graham took his goal well for a big centre back.
Hmm.
But then I thought Eldring's header was really good. Soto's finish was okay as well, but and McGrath again sort of did well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean 3 each was probably about right, but it, they're two good teams. Like they'll take points off of. Like, I mean, people keep talking about how I keep saying it's like it is a 4-horse race, but all these other teams are going to have a massive say
Oh,
because
they will.
I mean I think Dundee's next 2 games or 2 of their next 3 games are against Hearts and Celtic,
Hmm.
and you wouldn't rule out them getting anything in either of those games. You've got Dundee United who have got Rangers and Celtic to play. You wouldn't rule out them getting points. And in fact, Dundee's third game is Motherwell actually next weekend. So
Hmm.
their next 3 games are Motherwell, Celtic, and Rangers, and sorry, Motherwell, Celtic, and Hearts. But the, who's to say they don't get points? There's there's so much to play for.
Yeah.
But I think we better just move on to Sunday before we start talking about title races and and whatnot. But
Yeah.
my thoughts in the game were it was a kind of a 90 minutes that summed up why Rangers and Celtic are where they are because
Hmm.
both of them were very, very good for 45 minutes and both
Yep.
of them were very, very shit for 45 minutes.
Game of two halves.
And
The
it
old
wasn't
cliche.
like, but it wasn't like one was very good and one were good. It
Yeah.
was very good and shit and
Yeah.
very good and shit. There was
Yeah.
no in between.
Hmm.
And it really does sum up where they're at because if you'd watched Rangers in that first 45 minutes, if we start there, they looked like best team in the league, right?
Yeah.
But in the second half, they looked like a relegation team. They did. I mean, they looked at a team that were scared to win.
Hmm.
That looked like a team in the second half that were fighting for their lives, fighting for that first win. Not a team that beats Celtic regularly because they do.
Well, it's not. It's the thing about with Danny Rowe is it's not the first time this has happened. There's been other games where he's been in and they've maybe scored a goal or two and they've tried to consolidate it and
Hold
hang
on,
on to it, and it doesn't happen. You know,
but I think a lot of that was before he got his own players, so I think he got a wee bit of leeway with
Levy.
that. But now that he's got his own players, like, nah, I'm not buying that. It's not good enough. You need to learn how to see out games. I mean, in the last month, we've thrown away 2 points against Motherwell, 10 men Motherwell, and then Celtic, who, by the way, fair play to Celtic, they battled back and earned a point, right?
Can't
But
underestimate us.
it's not
Can
even
it?
underestimating. No, Rangers didn't stay out the game properly. As good
No,
as Celtic were, a competent team, right? At 2-0 up, don't throw that away.
you're right.
If the shoes were on the other foot, do you think Celtic would throw that away?
No, I think I see at half time. I thought we were buried. I thought the game was finished. I thought Celtic
And
we
because
were
you
done.
watched the first 45 minutes where Rangers were incredible, they were on the
Mm-hmm.
front foot, they were aggressive, they were hungry, everything Celtic weren't.
And see, Chermiti, he only
I
scored the
mean,
two goals. He'd done nothing else in the game.
but that's what I want them to do, score goals.
But I like Negrin, right? But I'd like to see Negrin, although he played a part in the Tierney goal.
Aye,
Obviously,
but
didn't score. But
Chimiti has shown good
Negrin needs to
all
do that
round.
more for me.
Yeah, but Chimiti has shown good all round play and not shown enough of what he did on Sunday,
Hmm.
which is, and his goals were incredible. I mean, the first goal is a brilliant overhead kick.
I
And the
have to hold my
second
hands
goal,
up.
right, as bad as Dane Murray is, right, because Dane Murray's horrific, right, and Araujo, actually. But he's
Dane had a
flicked.
good second half though. He had a better
No,
second
no,
half.
I'm on about the goal. Like
The
he
goal,
was horrific in the goal. I mean, he's
of
just sliced
course.
it in pure panic.
I don't know what
And then
happened there.
Araujo, what's he doing? He's waiting on the ball coming. To me, he just doesn't allow him. Flicks it over
Mhm.
his head. It's a lovely finish. I mean, I think there's as much skill in the second goal as there's the first because the flick over Araujo's head is world class.
Aye. You can't
But
blame. I can't blame the goalkeeper for any of the goals. You know what I mean, it's not the
no,
goalkeeper's fault.
no, and the problem, as I said, with Rangers is that I don't think you should need 3 goals to beat any team, even Celtic.
No, two
If
should.
you're
Two,
a
well,
if
two's
you're a
always a
team that
danger score,
no,
but two's always
yeah,
a kind of
but
banana
it
skin
shouldn't
score,
be.
isn't it?
It shouldn't be if you're a competent team.
No,
And
but
the
see,
way
see if
Rangers
you lose a
played, and
goal,
that, yeah, I know the atmosphere changes.
yeah,
Every
it changes. Aye.
I
So
get that, but you should be able to manage football matches.
I agree with
And
you.
maybe that will come when Rangers win something, right? In the future. Let's just say if they win the Scottish Cup this year, right? And next year they're in the same position, maybe they don't make the same mistake
Hmm.
because
Right.
maybe they have the experience to see it out. And that's all I can say is that you could see that it was a 74-year-old manager against a 36-year-old manager because the experienced manager changed the game and he got his team back into it. But by
And
the
it
way,
worked.
the same thing happened for Danny Rowe against Nancy
I
because
know.
Nancy didn't understand Scottish football, and then a manager that was starting to understand Scottish football completely out tactical
Mhm.
him, and it happens.
But
But
every team was doing that in the second half when Nancy was there.
but what I think with Danny Rowe, it's just about he has to learn from it. And I know players like Tavernier hate when he comes out and says, "We'll learn from it, we'll get better." But
Mhm.
he's too old to get learn from it. Danny Rowe, in
Disappointing.
managerial terms, can learn from it. Do you know what I mean? He's 36. You
Mhm.
know,
Mm.
all I would say is that it builds up to next weekend. I mean, we'll talk about the second half because I think obviously Rangers probably were 2-0 up. Should have been more based on the balance of play, not based on chances. Because I don't think we created enough. Second half, Celtic come out, Hattati into midfield. But the big change for me was that Celtic pushed up the park 5 yards.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
you know, the midfielders were in a proper midfield position. And Hattati come on and did well. Everyone did. I mean, even because Adamo looked like a wee boy in the first half. You get,
Well, to be
I
fair,
said that to you. You would
to
get
be fair,
swatted away because it's the
but
wrong type of game from.
what I will say, to be fair to Adamu, is the ball wasn't going forward that much in the first half when he was on.
He didn't have the
So
ball.
I know that's what I mean. So I,
I
I,
mean,
I don't
but
blame Adamu. It's not his fault. If he's not getting the service, what can he do?
I agree. But I still think you need to do more as a
Well,
striker. You need to then come into midfield and try and affect it.
mm-hmm.
Oxley Chamberlain, I understand it. It's his first Old Firm. He's never going to realise how quick that game is till you play it.
Well, there was
And
a line going about saying that it looked as if he was in a testimonial or something. I mean, I don't know about that, but
no, I just think until you play
he
it,
was
you don't
treating it
realise
like a
how quick it
testimonial
is.
type
No,
thing. I
I
don't
just
think
think
so.
I just don't think you understand the craziness of that game until you play it.
Yeah.
I mean, better players than him have had poor old firm games.
hmm But I
And
thought,
but the second half, obviously Celtic,
aye.
as I said, they pushed forward. They got more on the ball. They weren't really creating chances
Well, no,
in the
not to
first
begin
20
with.
minutes.
First, the
No,
start of the second half, Rangers were still kind of
but they got a
same
foothold
as
in
the
the game.
first.
Yeah,
hmm
and then obviously Tierney scores the header, which I've seen people blaming Jack Butland, but not for me because
It's a good header.
Tierney does what a good player should do: is head it back across the keeper.
I said down the way as well.
Yeah, and I don't blame Butland. But from that moment, Celtic dominated it. They really did.
If I'm being honest,
And
Murray, see if I think, see if the obviously we get the penalty right, but see if we score an equaliser, maybe about 10 minutes before that. Let's see what again at the last 10 minutes. I think we win that game.
I've seen a lot of people saying that, but after Celtic scored, it was all Rangers because Rangers started realised oh they have to go win it again. It was almost like they forgot all of the good things that they did to get themselves in that
Not
position.
very much though. I still think Celtic had a good fair share of
He
the
didn't. He
game.
didn't even have a chance after the goal. Like
Yeah.
Rangers, whereas Rangers had 3 or 4 free kicks, they didn't do anything with them.
But we were the better
Terrible.
team in the. You admitted it. We were the better
No,
team in the second half.
Absolutely, but after I'm only on about added time because it was pretty much 90 minutes when it restarted. So
I
we're
well, they
only
took
talking about 5 minutes.
he
Right.
had about 10 looks at the
Well, I
different
think they were
replays for
looking
the
to see if it. I think they were looking to see if it was a red card, which by the rules it isn't because it wasn't deliberate.
that.
So it's
Well,
a
the
because
other
it's
the
just.
other
We'll get to that though. We'll get to
right,
that. But what I felt though is
right.
that 5 minutes though. I thought Rangers dominated the last 5 minutes because they
Oh, they did a bit.
they
Yeah, they did.
they tried to win the game, but they should have been
Mhm.
trying to win the game in the fucking full second half. I mean, it was ludicrous. But no, I mean we'll get on to the second goal because I think before the second goal, Celtic missed a few chances, but I wouldn't say they were clear cut. I mean, Maeda header was a good chance, but like the other ones were all edge of the box
Yep.
stuff and
He heads
terrible
it
shots.
straight at the thingy at Butland though.
Maeda's not
See
a
if
good footballer.
but see
Like,
if he heads it either side, it's in the net, and I'm
yeah,
up and I'm
yeah,
celebrating
but,
and
but
way,
Tierney's a good footballer who knows football. Maeda's not a footballer. He doesn't. He doesn't
He's,
have the brains of a footballer. He runs about like a headless chicken,
I
great,
like I still
but
like Maeda. I still like him. I think he's
he was
still
pretty
still got
terrible.
stuff to offer. I think. Do you know what? I would play him next week in the
Yeah,
cup game
because
up
the
front.
Rangers players are quite clearly scared of him.
I would play him through the middle.
Because, by the way, he was terrible yesterday, but as soon as he went through the middle, the Rangers centre backs started to shit themselves.
That's right.
If only they'd actually watch him and realised that just let him have the ball because he's fucking useless. But they were so scared of his press. Excuse me.
If only Tavernier was playing, Maeda would have had
It
a field
wouldn't
day.
matter though. Everyone at Rangers is scared of him because they're scared of this press that he does, and everyone starts to panic. And we just gave the ball away time after time. It was just attack after attack because Rangers were scared of Maeda's press. Whereas they should have just said, "Well, let him have it. He's push."
Right. There we've got a
But
comment from Andrew Breslin 4445. He
okay,
said it was definitely a penalty, but not a
mm,
red.
yep.
Um,
And for me, with that one, I'll explain why. Right, because and I will get back to this because I've got praise for Dujon Sterling because
mhm,
Sterling tries to block the shot with his body and it just goes past. By the way, it's close because see if it come off his chest onto his arm, it isn't
mhm,
a penalty, but
yeah.
it just doesn't, and it comes off the arm,
But see the
and then
thing,
Butland
right?
saves it. But and we don't. There was no definitive proof, right, that Butland wouldn't have saved it because of the angles. There was no good angle.
No, but what I was thinking is that if he's head on that,
Mhm.
if it doesn't hit Sterling, it's going down the way. It deflects up the way, and that's
Yeah, but
obviously he
we don't
saves
know.
it
He would, but
because
he could have
I
saved
think
it
it
with
was
his
going in.
leg. But he
It
could
was
have
going
saved
in.
it with his leg. His body was in the position. That's what I'm saying. Because Butland was in the act of saving it anyway, there's no guarantee he would have saved it. There's no guarantee he wouldn't have. That's why it cannot be a red card. By the
Hmm.
letter of the law, it has to be a deliberate handball, which is stopping the ball from going past the keeper. So,
Yeah.
and by the way, Sterling is so unlucky because not with the act, but if only Suter or Fernandez could do their jobs
Hmm.
and actually defend across properly, he wouldn't have to be doing that. And
I know, but I mean,
I felt bad for him because he was brilliant the whole game.
but in terms of the red card, or no, the potential red card that you were talking about,
Yeah.
I thought, I know obviously it wasn't a red card, right? But I thought it might have been, it could have possibly have been because he was stopping a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah,
But
but I
then
think
it's got to be deliberate, I suppose, when
it
it
has
comes
to
to
be
the
deliberate.
handball.
Yeah. So, but there's so many complicated rules. Like you
I
can make
know.
challenges in the box, but you don't get the double jeopardy thing. But if you make it a yard outside the box, it's a red card. You're like, well,
Hmm.
make it make sense.
Yeah.
But but I think in general though, 2 each was a fair score because Rangers were
Um,
so dominant in the
I
first
would say
half
so.
and Celtic were so dominant in the second half. But
Yeah.
all it showed me is that neither side look equipped to win the league.
Not at this moment, no. I mean, I don't know what's going to
Because
have
I
to
can't
happen.
see
We're going to
Celtic
have to
winning
win over
winning
Celtic.
10 in a row.
Going to have to win over games at Celtic. We're
I
going to have
can't
to
see
win over
Celtic
games.
winning 3 games in a row. I can't see Rangers winning 3 games in a row.
Need to beat Aberdeen on Wednesday, so we do. We need to beat them.
But that's the thing, will they? Will Rangers go and beat St Mirren?
Don't know.
I mean, because
I'm no Mystic Meg.
there's an
I don't
attitude
know.
problem with Rangers and there's an ability problem with Celtic.
Well, just I don't know. It's a crazy season. It's
Mm.
a crazy season.
But it isn't over because
No.
I seen somebody who did like random predictions, right? And like apparently if Celtic win all their games up to the split, except Motherwell, right, and Motherwell
Mm-hmm.
beat you, right,
Right.
and if Motherwell win all their games up to the split, including beating you and Hearts, if Rangers win their 4 games, and if Hearts lose to Motherwell and Kilmarnock, right, the
Yeah.
top 4 would be split by 2 points going into the split.
It's crazy. It really is mental.
And that doesn't sound unrealistic right now, because Motherwell could beat all of you, and Celtic could beat. I mean, is it that unfeasible, right, to say that Celtic will beat Dundee United, Dundee, Aberdeen, St Mirren, but lose to Motherwell? Not really.
Right. Right. Well, I'm just going to go back to Andrew
But
here with this one.
yep.
Andrew has said just one of you will win it. Does that mean you're ruling out Hearts then? Is Hearts not going to win the league then for you,
Mm,
Andrew?
I think
Uh, I
I think
don't know.
Hearts are favourite, Motherwell are second favourite right
At the
now.
minute, it's theirs to throw away, I would say, at the minute.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a lot to go. And if that scenario happened, all right, that'd be mental.
Oh, it would be. I just think it's just a crazy season. It really is. It's mental.
Honest. Have you got any final thoughts on yesterday?
I just, I think if Celtic turn up in the first half and start to and try and play the way they did in the first half, I think we've got a chance of winning the game. It's so frustrating because
You could you could
I
you
felt
could
we
flip
had to
that though.
win that game yesterday. We had to win it as long as we didn't get beat, which we didn't. But I wanted Celtic
But you
to win
could
it.
flip that though and say if Rangers turned up in the second half, Celtic wouldn't have got a look in.
Right.
That's I think that's what makes next week so interesting, because if either team can play for more than 45 minutes, they'll win.
Right. Well, there's Andrew saying that Hearts will fall at the last hurdle. What do you think of that?
I think they could. I'm more worried about Motherwell, because Motherwell keep the ball off everyone.
Mm-hmm. He's saying Kilmarnock might take something off them. The artificial pitch evens it
I
up,
think
which
they
is
will.
true. It
I
does.
think
An artificial pitch does even
and
it up.
Neil McCann's got his team playing quite well. I know they get pumped off Falkirk, but they look better at home since he's come in. They
Mm-hmm.
haven't quite got that away form yet, but
Yeah.
at home they've looked good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I agree. And as I said, I fully expect Motherwell to beat them.
Oh, definitely. But Motherwell are doing great at the minute.
And I
I
think
still think
Motherwell will at least get a point off yours.
maybe I
They're,
don't
they're
know.
good.
Hopefully not.
They're better.
Hopefully not.
Here,
Yeah.
having watched Rangers play Celtic and Motherwell, there's only one team that to me looked good.
Mm. Well,
That's Motherwell. And Clay doesn't that.
well, as I was going to say, Motherwell for me have been are the best footballing side in
They
the league.
are absolutely.
They
And
play the best football.
the thing is, they're getting 60-70% of the ball every game, and they're keeping the ball off everyone else.
Yeah.
So you need to be really clinical when you get it.
No, definitely not ruling out Motherwell. No ruling
No.
them out.
So we move on to obviously predictions for midweek.
Yeah.
We've got 2 league games, haven't we? We've got one tomorrow, which
Yep.
is Dundee United St Mirren. What are you thinking
Mm-hmm.
about that? Because Dundee United got schooled off Motherwell, right? But that's Motherwell.
Motherwell are doing well.
And St Mirren have picked up the odd point recently, but
St Mirren have been in
not
a rut
sure.
since they won the cup. They've not really done much since they won the cup.
I'm going to say Dundee United 2-1. I just think they've got a bit more.
Cheers, Andrew. Cheers, Andrew, for your comments. He said he's leaving. He's has to go. So yeah.
Yeah, I think they've got a bit more about them than United.
Aye.
So it's just could go either way, but I would edge Dundee United.
Oh, Dundee United.
Aye.
I would probably edge for Dundee United myself, because St Mirren haven't really been hitting the heights
Although,
recently.
if the pitch is as bad as it was last week, it'll be 0-0. Because you couldn't play football on it.
No, it's horrible.
That would concern me. I wouldn't be watching the game, I'll tell you that.
But I'm definitely going to say Dundee United will beat them. I fancy that.
Yeah. Aberdeen Celtic. That again, it's a tricky one, because it's almost we used to call Dundee United Jekyll and Hyde, but Celtic have got a bit of that about them. Because
recently,
if the second half Celtic show up, you could win 4 or 5-0. If the first half show up, you could lose.
It's unthinkable. Don't want to think about that.
I think you'll grind out a win.
I think we'll win as well. I think we'll win,
I
definitely,
don't
because
think it'll be comfortable.
Aberdeen
But I
Aberdeen
think
aren't
it'll
that
be.
good.
I think it'll be 2-0, but it won't be comfortable. Like, do you know what I mean? I think it'll be maybe 1-0 for quite a long time.
And that's no disrespect to Aberdeen. I'm saying they're not that good, but they're no. You know what I mean? They're not
And
really
I
that
think
good.
their heads will be on Saturday, the Dunfermline game.
Oh, the cup game.
Hmm.
I would say I'd probably say that they're going to put all their eggs in that cup basket because
It's more important
they've won the cup
because
last season. They want
one
to
of Rangers and
hold on to it.
Celtic are going out, and
Hmm.
they're
They'll want to retain
on
that cup.
paper the second best team.
They want to retain it.
Yeah. I'm going to go 2-0 Celtic, but certainly not comfortable because I can't see Celtic putting in a 90-minute performance.
I hope we keep a clean sheet, but I'm going to go 3-1 Celtic. I
Okay.
think we'll concede a goal.
Right, well, what are we thinking about the weekend then? We'll do the league game, Dundee Motherwell. I think it'll be close. I think Dundee will cause some problems, but I think it'll be 3-1 Motherwell. Because I just think Dundee are a bit leaky at the back.
Dundee are a bit of a funny team because they
But
can
they are
do
a bit
well.
leaky, weren't they?
And
Lost 3 goals to Hibs, and Motherwell are way better than Hibs.
mhm.
But they look capable of scoring goals. So
They can score goals, but I'm actually going to go for I'm going to go for a 4-0 Motherwell. I think Motherwell are doing really well. They're doing really good.
could be. Right, well, let's go through the cup quarterfinals then. Let's
The first
start
one, the Friday night one.
Friday night, Falkirk Dundee United. I'm going to go with the Bairns. I'm going to go 2-1 to Falkirk.
Is it at Falkirk Stadium?
Yeah.
Right. So Falkirk are at home. Now that's a plastic pitch as well.
Yeah, but they're good
So
on it.
they are good on it. It depends on how good Dundee United are. I think Falkirk might just shade that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dundee. It depends. As I said, we've said about Dundee United being Jekyll and Hyde. It depends on what Dundee United turn up.
I actually think it depends what Falkirk turn up.
Well, I
Because if a
suppose.
good version of Falkirk turn up, they're too good for them.
Hmm. That's why
But
I'd
Dundee
probably
United
shade it.
won there in the league, did they not, the other week?
I think they
Did
did.
they not
Yep.
3-2 after the red card? So,
Yep. Aye.
but I think I'm going to go 2-1 Falkirk. Maybe even after extra time, because I think cup games always have that wee added chance.
I'm going to go another 3-2 like the last one of the last games. I'll say 3-2 to Falkirk.
Right. Dunfermline Aberdeen.
Neil Lennon.
I know, but Aberdeen will have all their eggs in this basket, and you wonder if Dunfermline can repeat what they did against Hibs.
But is it East End Park though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aye. I don't know if that'll be a factor or not. You never know.
I think it will. Aye.
Aye, could be.
See, I think it'll be 0-0, right? I do.
Mhm.
And I think it'll go to extra time and pens, maybe.
You think Aberdeen will win it in
But I
penalties?
think Aberdeen might edge it on penalties.
Right.
Just experience. Yeah.
I think Aberdeen will win it within the 90 minutes, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dunfermline pulled off a shock.
Hmm.
I think I'll go 2-1 Aberdeen, but as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Dunfermline pulled off a shock.
What about St Mirren Partick? See, I think this one's quite clear cut for me. I think it'll be 1-0 St Mirren. I don't think St Mirren are good enough to batter Partick, but I just think if this game was at Partick, I'd give them more of a chance. But going to Paisley will be tough. And they're
Will
not
be.
playing that well themselves, Partick.
Mhm.
Both, like they've went off a cliff a wee bit.
I think Partick Thistle might win this. There's a possibility. I mean,
Mm,
they've done really well in the league, so
they
and
have, but
they've done really well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled off a result.
yeah. And
Because as
before
I
we
say,
do,
St Mirren obviously aren't
Mhm.
doing that great.
yeah, I'm taking St Mirren, Falkirk, and Aberdeen to make the semis.
I'm taking Partick, Falkirk, and Aberdeen.
Yep. So if we move on to before we do predictions, how do you think Martin O'Neill approaches this? Does he go with the second half team? Does he bring in Chanchvara for physicality? Does he obviously does Trusty come back in from Murray? I think that's probably a
I
yes.
think Trusty will come back in.
Does
Yep.
Schmeichel recover from his cold?
I hope not. I still want Sonny Salo to play because I think he deserves a chance.
He didn't do
Because
anything wrong.
it's not at fault for any of the goals that we lost. Um,
But
so I think
what
I'm
else?
hoping it's
What other changes could you
I'm
see?
hoping it's still going to be Sonny Salo. I don't think he should start Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'd bring him off on as an impact sub later because
I
I
think
think he
Hadrati starts after his performance.
definitely. I would start with
But I think the front
Trinecti
threes.
and I would start with Maida through the middle, or maybe Shavin Shara
Could you see a world where
with
Maida
Maida
plays
on the
right?
left. I think he's
But
better on the
just
left.
because Yang done nothing,
I know, but he's better on the left. You maybe
I
start
know.
with
But
Forrest. I don't know.
can the old man start though? I mean,
I don't
his
know.
cross for the goal
I,
was good. For the penalty was good, but
I do like
can
Forrest.
he do more than 20 minutes at this point in his career?
I know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy to think that we're still relying on James Forrest
That's a
to come
good
off the
player to
bench
have on the
and
bench.
or even to. He is a good player to have on the bench, but it's crazy to think we're still relying on him to dig us out of holes. Even though he is good at it, and I love him. He's a legend. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, with Rangers, my first change would be Suter out, Giga in, and I said that before the last one. I wanted Giga to play because he's a better defender, and I'm not convinced we lose the 2 goals if Giga's on the
If
park.
Jiga's playing, but so if Suter's not playing, you don't think you lose the 2 goals that we score?
No, because he defends the box better. Like Maeda shouldn't be winning a header in the Rangers box, right? I'm not saying he isn't a good player, right? But a proper defender should be all over him.
For a wee guy
There's
though,
no
he's quite
that's
good
what
at
I'm saying.
heading the ball.
No, but what I'm saying is I just think when Giga's played recently, right, Rangers haven't conceded goals. And then
Mm,
Giga's come into the team and we've conceded 2 goals every game.
yeah.
2 to Hearts, 2 to Livy, 2 to Celtic.
But Jiga's has he not been sent off a few times as well?
Just the once.
Or was
But
it just the once? I thought he'd been sent off about twice, maybe.
and he was terrible in the cup semi against Hughes. He was absolutely terrible.
Aye.
But I don't know. I think he should play. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't change much. But I think we need to get our substitutions better because our subs made zero impact in the game.
Aye.
And I know
Yeah.
that Diomandis a good player and Gassama's decent, but it wasn't like for like changes. That was the problem.
Mhm.
When we took Nadiri off, we lost all control.
But I thought he was bringing. I thought what he was doing was he was bringing on Diamondi to try and take control of the midfield again, but it didn't happen.
I think he tried; it just didn't work.
It
But
didn't
I
work.
don't
No,
blame them. I don't blame the manager. Like he made the right sub in that impact, but if it didn't work, it didn't work.
I think that Hatati and Tenecti were excellent.
I think the
Uh,
biggest change he should have done was if Nadiri was gubbed right, if he was injured, knackered, bring on Miovski. Just keep the 2 up front because it keeps the defence occupied.
was he on the bench?
Mm-hmm.
Majowski? Why did he not get a game?
We didn't bring on Miovski, we didn't bring on Tab, we didn't bring on anyone but Diomandi and
No,
Gassama.
I know Tavernier. I know that. Yeah, I mean, I think
Aye,
Tavernier should have played for the
it's not
start,
the game
obviously for
for
obvious reasons, because
no, it's
Maida would
not
have
the
had him on
game for
toast.
Tavernier, but maybe
But
Tavernier
Tavernier's
could
got
have.
experience in the fixture.
I also the fact is Rangers had 3 crosses in the final 5 minutes, right? And the delivery was terrible. If he was
So
on, maybe the delivery's better.
who knows? Eh?
I think I wouldn't surprise me if he played on
You
Sunday
never know.
because it's a cup game.
Hmm. Aye,
But
you're right. But
go on, should we dare a prediction?
I actually think that Celtic will be. I'm hoping, but I think we will be more prepared for this game this weekend.
Would you suggest you weren't prepared?
No, I don't say we weren't prepared, but we never came out the blocks the way I
I
expect. I
don't,
mean,
don't think we allowed.
I know, but you came out the blocks straight away. I want us to try and do that this weekend.
But we did that and then smashed our pan in after 45 minutes. That can't
Well,
happen either. You can't
well,
just wait for
I
45
don't. I
minutes.
don't mind if you smash your pan in and no score any goals, and then we go up the park and score a couple of goals and win the game. I don't mind that, but
It's hard to predict because, as I said, like both sides have reasons to be confident because they've seen the good,
the
but we've
bad and the
also
ugly.
seen the bad. So I don't know.
Aye.
What's your
I just
score then?
I'll go 2-0 Celtic. 2-0.
There's no way we're not scoring against your defence.
I know, but that's my heart over. Am I all right? 2-1 then.
I was going to say, come on, let's
You might,
let's make it a
you might,
realistic
you might
prediction.
get a goal, but I'm hoping for a 2-0.
Chamiti always scores.
I'm hoping for a 2-0 Celtic anyway. So
I'm going to go a bold one, right? Really bold. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 3-2 Rangers after extra time. I'm gonna go with something quite similar
The extra
to
time
yesterday,
again.
2
I
each, and
can't
then
take. I can't
goes
take
to
extra
extra
time.
time and Rangers win because maybe they've got a bit more options. Maybe they make better subs. I don't know.
Hmm.
There's a blueprint there to beat Celtic, but there's a blueprint there to beat Rangers.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
I think either side can watch that game and go, if we do more of that, we win.
Mhm.
But if you're Mohid boys should be your dad, do you know what I mean? That's not how it works. But
Aptly,
no,
aptly put.
I think it'll be interesting.
Mhm.
And I don't rule either as out the title race going forward, but the cup could be very important.
I mean, see before the game at the weekend there, before out of the two games, I'd have preferred to have won yesterday, but now that we get the draw, I want Celtic to go and beat us in the
Because I
cup now
want
as
to
well.
win the cup because that could be a consolation prize.
Well, it could be a consolation prize for us as well because we might not get the league either. So I'm hoping we go for it. We need
No,
to go for it.
absolutely. Well, we'll see.
Aye.
We'll see.
Yep.
So we'll do it there then.
Aye. Right.
Cool.
Cheers for people who have watched this stream,
Yeah,
and
and
thanks
cheers
for the
for the comments.
comments. If you like this, we're going to do more lives. We'll be on.
Yep.
We're usually on a Monday night and a Friday night.
Yeah, but because of
But
the Scottish Cup, it's just a
yep,
bit easier just to run
yep.
through it.
This weekend we're not doing a Friday. We'll be back next Monday. So as I said, hit that like button, hit subscribe,
Mhm.
and keep commenting on the videos. Even if you've not watched a live and you watch it back,
Yep,
put a comment
and
in, and
we'll
we
be
can.
we'll be back on next Monday
Yep. Absolutely.
to
Right.
review it all again.
Okay.
Right, cool.
Right.
Right, catch you off.
Right. Catch you later, mate.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh god, I'm fucking struggling with that cold, by the way.